Why did Jimin's tears burst behind the roar of the stage? What exactly happened between him and Jungkook? ARMY never expected that Jimin's tears backstage yesterday were not triggered by fans' longing or performance pressure, but a secret involving Jungkook. And now the rumble of this news still resonates in ARMY circles with questions hanging around. The concert's broadcast camera highlights have highlighted the dazzling shine of the lights and stage motion, but behind the thick red curtain, there is another story that is much darker. Just as the closing song ended and the crowd cheers died down, Jimin was seen stepping into the narrow hallway on the right side of the stage, his face pale and his eyes burning. Instantly, the tone of the background music changed into silence, as if the stage was holding its breath. The sound of footsteps and the rustle of the costume sounded faint, then Jimin's hasty breath was heard. This is where the real story begins. Within seconds, a production staff who happened to be passing by caught the shadow of Jimin's figure staggering, then sat down behind the curtain set. The look on his face combined fatigue and shortness of heart. "I thought he was exhausted," whispered the staffer to his companion, but that's not what brought him to tears. A number of other members of the team refrained from approaching, respecting the privacy of the idol. But the anxiety was contagious, and rumors began to spread. What really happened? A few minutes after that, Jungkook appeared in the same hallway, his steps limping. His face radiated a wrinkle of shock and sadness, two flavors that very rarely radiated together. The pager signal on her waist buzzed softly, signaling a special message from the master choreographer. Without a word, Jungkook approached Jimin, looked down at him, and at first glance they exchanged serious words. Slowly, the two got up, looking at each other with wet eyes. Second by second, the crew's internal camera recorded all the movements. Clue after clue led to an unexpected conclusion. Jimin's crying was not due to netizen criticism or stage pressure, but rather an inner conflict triggered by Jungkook's words during rehearsals. Words that were never designed to be heard by many people. A source inside the BTS group revealed that during a rehearsal session during the day, Jungkook accidentally mentioned Jimin's dream of writing his own song. "You're too spoiled to write your own songs," Jungkook said, without intending to hurt anyone. The two were discussing the set list for the concert. To fans, the phrase sounded familiar, but in Jimin's mind, the word "spoiled" injected the deepest doubts about his credibility all along. Wasn't his whole career built on the love and support of the ARMY, not on songwriting talent? The day before this big concert, Jimin spent the night in a small studio in the Mapo district, writing cryptic notes for solo projects. He reread his old records, recalling how he began his career as a backing dancer, not a lead singer. His hands trembled as he wrote verse after verse, given support by the producers behind the scenes. But that mistrust resurfaced when a message from Jungkook arrived: "If you're serious, show it on stage tomorrow." Words that ultimately burned his spirit, but at the same time ignited old traumas. Now, at the concert venue, everyone was stunned when they saw Jimin sitting shivering in the hallway. Among the security officers and managers, there were those who carefully asked, "Are you okay, Jimin?" But Jimin just grabbed Jungkook by the shoulder and let go of his sobs. The moment was clearly captured in a video that is now viral among the ARMY, causing mixed reactions: sympathy, disappointment in Jungkook, to infinite support for Jimin. Some music industry observers think that this kind of conflict actually makes BTS's story more human. Fan-based blog articles began tracing Jungkook's comments on social media, trying to find further clues. But fanfic writers also create, imagining hidden dialogues between them. Meanwhile, the agency's management reportedly held an emergency meeting to quell the issue, ensuring there were no serious rifts among the members. The question now resonates: is a word capable of breaking the trust that has been built over the years? How could Jungkook hide his assertiveness so much that he hurt Jimin's heart? And most importantly, what is the next step for them? ARMY demanded clarification, but on the other hand, they also longed for the closeness and happiness that are usually shown on stage. In an exclusive interview after the concert, when the stage lights had dimmed and the ARMY was cheering outside the stadium, Jimin held the microphone in a quivering voice. "I misinterpreted Jungkook's intentions," he said softly. "He motivated me to get out of my comfort zone. But I take the word 'spoiled' too seriously." Jungkook stood beside her, their hands clasping each other. "I'm sorry, Jimin. I didn't mean to hurt. I just want you to know that you're strong, and I need you by my side, not just as a dancer, but as a best friend," Jungkook said, The moment instantly made thousands of ARMY in the venue hold back tears, and millions around the world saw their phone screens wet with happy tears. A conflict that initially seemed poignant turns into an honest admission of human vulnerability behind a glittering stage. Now, many fans are writing the hashtag #StrongerTogether and hashtag Jungkook apology, affirming that their friendship will not be fractured by differences of opinion. However, the final question remains, will this event change BTS's creative dynamics going forward? We will see how the two cultivate that taste into a new harmony. Behind the curtain of a stage that is always ready to keep secrets, one thing is certain: ARMY will never look backstage with the same eyes again. Now, every sob and smile seen on the big screen will carry a deeper meaning about friendship, doubt, and the strength to rise together. The news coverage didn't stop there either. The next day, fanbase accounts were scouring the digital footprint of the two members, looking for signs of a rift that might be hidden in their Instagram feeds and stories. Some ARMY members have been vocal in demanding an official clarification, calling a filmed vlog in which Jungkook appeared to laugh at fans' cheeky comments, evidence of his lack of seriousness in respecting Jimin's feelings. These allegations were immediately denied by the management team. The video was recorded long before the backstage incident, and Jungkook was completely unaware the context would be replayed after the concert. On the other hand, Jimin decided to step back for a while from the next fan meeting session. "I need time to think and rearrange my heart," he said in a short video message uploaded to Weverse. The look on his face is calm, but reddened eyes indicate that there are still wounds that have not healed. The post sparked overwhelming support from a wide range of fandoms, even from outside ARMY, as if BTS's little backstage tragedy managed to build empathy across genre boundaries. Meanwhile, rumors are circulating that Jungkook is preparing a special song inspired by the moment. The agency's in-house producer leaked a bit. The lyrics are very personal, telling of shock, regret, then a shared awakening. The song will reportedly be released as a bonus track on an upcoming album, and fans have speculated that the title contains the words "trust" or "together" as a symbol of the two's bond being tested and then strengthened. On discussion forums, dramatic theories emerged. Some said that backstage conversations were not just about the words "spoiled," but more complex financial matters. Perhaps Jimin felt Jungkook was getting bigger royalties for their solo projects. This theory was immediately rejected, because the artist's contract data is very confidential and cannot be leaked just like that. However, rumors continued to circulate, making the agency's management intervene again to carry out damage control. HYB released an official statement: "There are no financial issues whatsoever. These emotional incidents are entirely personal and purely a matter of feelings, not numbers." The statement was deliberately delivered in the middle of the night, showing the urgency to curb speculation. Meanwhile, in a corner of Seoul, Jimin and Jungkook are found in a remote studio. A tabloid reporter posing as a caterer saw the two painting the walls of a small room in a soft color. This finding led to hot news. Are they busy preparing a new rehearsal room? Or maybe they are making a decoration video for their personal YouTube channel. There's no confirmation yet, but ARMY can't wait for this behind-the-scenes content, hoping to get a moment of genuine friendship reparations. Not only that, Jimin's crying also had an impact on the quality of BTS's official merchandise production. Some of the t-shirt and poster designs featuring Jimin's cheerful portrait have now been revised, adding a teardrop motif in the background image, as if capturing that emotional moment. The initiative drew both praise and criticism. Some fans felt deeply connected personally, while others saw it as too dramatic and potentially exploiting members' feelings for commercial gain. In the area of social responsibility, both instead turned their focus to charity programs. A few days ago, Jungkook and Jimin jointly announced a donation to the Youth Mental Health Foundation, with the tagline, "Don't hide your tears." Many see this as a concrete manifestation of their expression, the belief that crying is not a sign of weakness, but rather a form of courage to admit feelings. The hashtag "Don't hide your tears" went viral on Twitter, inviting other celebrities to donate and share their own stories. In the eyes of music critics, this event is considered an example of modern stage drama that successfully combines the reality of the artist's emotions with a subtle marketing strategy. BTS has always been good at creating narratives that make fans feel involved, said one K-pop industry observer. This incident, while emotional, also increased engagement. The fan base felt part of the recovery process. In business, it's brilliant. In humanity, it teaches us that behind the glitter, there is an ordinary human being with a fragile heart. However, the true ARMY sees further. It is not about promotional strategies, but a real manifestation of friendship tested by words. Many wrote on the blog, if they, no matter how well known, can misunderstand and cry, why shouldn't we put empathy in ourselves? These kinds of questions amplify the viral effect even more. It's not just the story of Jimin and Jungkook, but its humanist resonance that reaches a wide audience. Now, the management of the agency prepared a limited press conference to discuss this incident in depth. Scheduled for next week, reporters around the world have been sent official invitations. Conference agenda: official news about the cooperation of the two members, clarification of personal relationships, and the announcement of new projects inspired by the incident. Insiders say the conference will be held in a small auditorium in the Gangnam district, with access limited to select media, adding to the aura of exclusivity and high anticipation. Meanwhile, ARMY Global has prepared critical questions. How does Jimin feel today? What message does Jungkook want to convey through his new song? Will there be official documentary content reviewing their recovery process? Hundreds of thousands of tweets with the hashtags #Jimin backstage cry and #Jungkook healing appeared, inviting comments directly from BTS members' official accounts. One thing is certain. This moment has created a new chapter in the BTS story, more than just a musical performance, but also a real humanitarian drama. From the glittering stage to the narrow hallway behind the curtain, the story of Jimin crying and Jungkook mashing the wounds of the heart shows that behind every note and dance, there is a soul that needs to be understood, appreciated, and healed together. And when the doors of the auditorium open next week, the whole world will be holding its breath again, awaiting the next chapter of the most iconic friendship in the K-pop world. The ARMY was prepared not only to hear clarification, but also to welcome the new harmony born from the tears of a Jimin and a sincere apology of a Jungkook. Who will shed tears this time? And this time, what will they find behind the curtain? Amid the frenzied preparations for the press conference, word circulated that BTS would be launching an exclusive mini-documentary that captured difficult moments backstage, including scenes of Jimin writing lyrics while shedding tears and Jungkook hugging him tightly. The 30-second trailer was leaked to YouTube and Twitter, showing flashbacks of Jimin's downcast facial incision, as well as Jungkook staring at the monitor screen with a tense look. The snapshot ends with a simple text: "We used to cry alone. Now we're crying together." Once again, the ARMY is left wondering, is this really an official documentary, or is it just a fan edit that is too dramatic? A few days before the event, the official announcement came. A documentary called Trust and Tears will be released on HYB's official streaming platform on June 15th, just in time for the world tour to hit the next city. The agency's CEO even posted a teaser on the official account, emphasizing that the film is not just a promotion, but an emotional track record of the artists. As a result, additional tour tickets were immediately seized, while the package for watching virtual documentaries sold out in a matter of hours. On the other hand, the artist's mental health report is also in the spotlight. The news mentioned that Jimin had undergone an intensive therapy session with the agency's psychologist, discussing childhood trauma that was again triggered by Jungkook's words. The psychiatrist, whose name has been withheld, is said to have stressed the importance of self-understanding for celebrities with busy schedules. These rumors sparked wider solidarity. Not only the ARMY, but also mental health organizations in South Korea offered support and campaigns together, making the incident a momentum of national awareness of the issue of stress and depression among creative workers. As the documentary nears its release date, fans are again treated to a puzzle, a snippet of Jungkook's new song lyrics. Uploaded to Instagram stories 3 weeks ago, was released as a teaser for Trust and Tears Part 2. Once again, a lineup of fanbase theories spread. Is this the first part of Jungkook's big solo album Echo? Or does it signal a special collaboration between Jungkook and Jimin, marking a turning point in the duo's careers? The hashtag Trust and Tears Part 2 instantly filled trending topics, rivaling international news rankings. When the day of viewing came, millions of ARMY set the alarm and gathered on the streaming platform. The first scene of the film shows Jimin in the concert hall, the same scene as the viral video leak, followed by a flashback during afternoon rehearsals. The narrator's voice is hoarse with a biting sentence. Sometimes a word can awaken a dream, but it can also tear the heart apart. In a matter of minutes, viewers were made choked, swept away in the inner struggle of two friends who have accompanied them for years. In the next part, the documentary shows a warm moment when Jungkook accompanies Jimin home late at night, taking him to a small cafe in a corner of Gangnam. Handheld camera footage captured their laughter, light-hearted jokes about ordering sweet coffee, and Jungkook's whisper, "Don't let anyone underestimate your dreams." This moment becomes an emotional point, the transition from wounds to hopes, from doubts to shared beliefs. The next segment features brief interviews with the production staff, background